Hello out there in YouTube land. Here's another rough video, part 2, showing you how I'm working on my shipping container. Prepping it, painting it, replace the floor. In the last video I was showing you how I was ripping up the floor because it was all rotten. Anyway, took out all that fruit plywood, and this time I can show you where I've gone. At first I prepped the floor, scraped everything off with a wire brush, flap wheel, with a grinder, got everything I could off, then came back with a prep. That's Rust-Oleum Rusty Metal Primer. It has some kind of fish oils which help break down the oxidation, which allows it to be a good base for any kind of a paint. And pretty much you can see that's what I did here. It has this like oxide color. That's what I did all the way down on all sides, top and the sides. Later I'm going to jack the trailer up before I load it and get under it and spray like, under here where the forklift would go and stuff like that. When you come over here, once I got the the primed and everything, waited a few hours, came back, and I came back over with this Good Moisture paint, which is Sherwin-Williams Resilience Exceptional Moisture Resistance. Literally, it's like 70% humidity out here in Houston right now, raining and stuff. So I guess really 100%, but it goes on, no problem. You got to work it quick, within 10 minutes, because it starts getting tacky and dry to the touch within like 30 minutes. Excellent paint. The reason I went with bright white was because there's no light in here, and there's no way to run electric unless I run a generator. So white gives brilliance, and it reflects the light. You can see on the back where the light from the phone is coming off, and it's giving a little bit of reflection. So that proves the point. Anyway, once I primed this with the Rusty Metal Primer, I came back over here with the Resilience, and I did what I'm doing now on this side, I did on this side already, underneath the floor. And what I did was, once it primed and it dried, I came back here. I usually have my sprayer, but on this I just went to town with a brush because it was able just to put it down with a 3-inch thick brush, a pretty brush. Anyway, you come back and you see how it's drying, and once it's dry, then I come back and put down the 2x6s that I have. I took these up from a job, but it was a covered patio, but pretty much it's almost new. If you look at it, this is 20 foot long. I believe these joists are at about a foot, 12 to 14 inches. So the runners were not long enough to go 20 foot. They were like 11 foot from where I cut them and pulled them. So if you look here, these 2x6s, I got a 2x6 here. And what I did was I split it, because if you get too close, when you're putting screws or nails in, it can crack, even if you pilot it, especially in the ends. So what I did was, to have full meat on this, I left the 2x6 solely on the joist so that I can be about 1 inch away and bite into the metal. And then I came back for the little 2-foot runner I have over here and put a 2x6, cut it down to 5 inches or 4.5 inches, and came over here. I still got to adhere it to this side, but what I did was I about every foot, I hinged this or joined the 2x6 with the joist here. That way I could screw the other 2-foot runners right here into this. So each one has its own 1.5 inch meat. That way you don't have to worry about the ends cracking right here. Anyway, that's how I did this side. Came all the way down. They have self-tappers and different kind of screws that you can use, but I just came in with a drill bit, 1/8, and then came back with exterior wood screws that were 2 inch. And if you look at it, if you go with a 2-inch screw, this is 1/8 thickness metal. So this is 1.5 inches. So if you come with 2 inch, I don't have a screw here, but if you come with a 2-inch screw, you're biting in 1.5 inches. It's going to go down into the wood a little bit, plus it'll go down to the metal. So if you're going down, 1 5/8, a 2-inch screw, wood screw, is more than enough. And this isn't going to be moved. I'm not dragging it, and it's not like a regular trailer or anything like that. This is just how I'm adhering these screws in. I still got to put the rest of them down. There might be one screw here. See how what I did is I piloted it, then I came back and put a exterior wood screw all the way down after I piloted it, and it bites into the sheet metal the same way. And that's pretty much what I've done. I'm not going to screw them all in, probably every other joist, because it's a lot of work and the support will be there anyway. But you see how we did the 2x6s on this side? Now we're going to do 2x6s on this side after we go ahead and prime the rest of it. I went ahead and even after I primed the base, the rusty metal, I came back with Zinsser 123, amazing stuff, primer. I put it on top of everything. I've used it before on top of wallpaper and was able to mud on top of the wallpaper within an hour after I put the Zinsser. So the Zinsser I put on the walls everywhere as my primer. Then came back and put 2 coats of Resilience on the wall. And that's where I'm at. Still got to do a little touch up in the back. But the only thing is I went with this gloss paint, the Resilience, in case there is a leak or anything else that I got to patch up. It'll just flow because of the gloss. The only thing is, look, got some mud, all this mud. I got to finish this floor. Anyway, that's how we put the floor down. That's how we're painting. That's how we're securing it. What is the base weight on this is 5,000 pounds, but they can hold 60,000 pounds loaded. Anyway, that's what we're doing. And anyway, if you like the video, please click subscribe and like and share. Thank y'all. Have a good day.